Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Today we were looking at BEPRO from the beach. So without further ado, let's go straight into the chart and look at a couple of updates in the last week or so from BEPRO also. So let's jump into this. So at the moment we are tracking quite nicely, just literally touching that 0.013 mark. We did earlier touch upon the 0.015, but this is quite good momentum that we've seen in the last few days. But I do anticipate that we need to perhaps test this area a couple more times before we move up to that next bracket on the fib retracement, which is 0.017. Now there's been a couple of announcements in the last week or so from BEPRO, which to be fair have been really awesome and massive news. So they have just recently launched their JavaScript coding with the likes of crypto.com. So obviously a massive exchange, really popular. We've done a couple of videos on those guys already. Do check them out at the end of this video. But yeah, they're doing the pay for integration. So the pay for is basically allowing any of the BEPRO customers eventually, but more so as well crypto.com, being able to leverage the BEPRO coding and infrastructure in place to improve their system as well. But what this will allow is creators to use crypto.com payment solutions, which is absolutely incredible, via the coding and the algorithms that they put in place. So it's absolutely fantastic. Of course, BEPRO is massive and can contribute really good projects basically around gaming, NFTs, money in general, and of course the DeFi space. So in particular gaming, of course, looking at things like in-game purchases, NFTs, of course, about the intellectual property and things like that, but also purchasing and proving that you've paid for it and what edition, etc. And of course just money in general. Now that point about the money is quite interesting, to be honest, because of course it then allows them to sort of operate with over 30 different cryptocurrencies using the crypto.com platform, which is absolutely phenomenal. So it allows developers and coders to be able to harness that power, as well as of course the service that BEPRO provide, because as we mentioned in the BEPRO video, they allow you to also utilize the developers if you don't have the resources to do your own programs yourself. So taking that into consideration, let's just jump back into the chart and we'll do a quick overview here. So I am anticipating a bit of a bounce up and down on this 0.013 line here. We have tested a couple of times now this area, particularly back here on the 2nd of August. We did kind of get rejections a couple of times, we couldn't quite get there, and then of course this one here nearly touching it, but we did get a confirmation on the 20th of August and breaking it today, which is absolutely fantastic. But what we want to see is hopefully a close above that line. If we don't close below that line, we may come back down to this 0.012 area and test back off there first before we start seeing the final movement upwards to what we mentioned earlier, that confirmation of the 0.015, and then boosting ourselves up to the 0.017. So we're still quite far off the all-time high, which was 0.046, throwing numbers willy-nilly here. But I'm sure we will get to that point very soon. We've seen BEPRO and Veracity moving quite very much in contingent, really, in terms of their market and the pattern and everything. And UBX, which we covered thanks to a subscriber announcing that one to us recently, they do follow suit. So we do anticipate getting towards those all-time highs again at some point in the next month or two for sure, and especially with the BEPRO roadmap coming over the next month or two, there is really massive room for improvement and growth in this chart, not just from the organic market growth but also from BEPRO's roadmap. And if you haven't seen that, go check out our BEPRO video, which I'll put at the end of this video, and you can let us know what you think. But other than that, guys, just a quick overview as well on the RSI. So we're sitting comfortably around the 72 mark. There is still room for improvement here and growth, of course, and I would suggest that on the MACD we're looking a lot more positive now. So that gap just hopefully gets a bit bigger, and we will see the bullish momentum continue for BEPRO. So really looking forward to developing this over the next week or two, and we'll do another update as of next week. So let us know in the comments below what you think of BEPRO. Are you holding it, yes or no? And what are you excited most about in this roadmap coming up? Let us know in the comments below. And other than that, please do like and subscribe. Particularly subscribing is absolutely fantastic for us. We've smashed the 500 mark. We're on the way to 600. We thank you very much for your support, and we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, and we will speak to you soon.